How's it going, everybody? So today for you I have a new base build, but also today is my birthday, so happy birthday to myself. And it's election day, so fuck, America's gonna die. But anyways, this base has a lot of doorways because it takes 8 walls to get to the center, and if you didn't know, that's about 16 C4 or 32 rockets. And the approximate size is a 4x4, so that says a lot for a 4x4. So heading straight through the center, we have, well, a lot of doorways, and in the direct center we have an empty triangle. So, well, the cupboard is actually in the triangle next to it, so they'll have to spend a little bit of time looking for it before they can actually access it. And there's actually a second cupboard on the 3rd floor, so once they build up, they won't really be able to get far, so yeah, sucks for them. And don't worry about the cupboard being off-center because it is a 4x4 and will be hard to raid tower into. But in here, this is our, well, if you couldn't tell, it's kind of more, I guess you can call a flank spot, but it does have a few chests up top, which you can kind of have your own private room. I guess this would be best player king's room, something of the sort. This base really doesn't feature beds, but it has a lot of sleeping bags, and it has a sleeping bag room, so yeah. This actually features ladder hatches and works really nice. As you see, you can go up the ladder hatch smoothly. So, furnace room. Furnace room is actually really teeny. This is the only thing I wish was bigger, but as long as like you guys aren't chilling in the furnace room, you should be fine. I don't know anybody who really like stays in the furnace room. It's kind of just on the way up right below the loot room. I just wanted to be more accessible, stuff like that. So here, I don't know why that door is open, so I just closed it really quickly. This is the second cupboard. As you see, second cupboard on 3rd floor. So in here are our bag rooms that I was talking about. So each player gets their own individual bag rooms. I assume that there was going to be only around 4 to 5 players in your clan, so if you have any more, you might be able to fit another one in each one of those. So I don't know why you'd have any more than the set value of bags, but I guess if you have more than one player or more than 4 to 5 players, then that's okay. But in here, these are our furnace, or not furnace rooms, but our chest rooms. So our chest rooms are actually really well defended. They are really hard to raid. They are defended by 2 single armored doors, and the only issue with here is going to be a little crowded, so you might want to open up the doors while everybody's online just to prevent any arguments or prevent like people from being annoyed with the loot room, because you don't want people to be annoyed with your design, because that's not a very good idea. So as you see, with the doors open, it actually looks pretty cool. I don't know, I think it's because of the lanterns. The lanterns are, well, I like how it's a little more dimmed down than it used to. I think it adds a little more effect to, you know, glorious, gold rich stuff like that. I just think it's cool looking. So yeah, it's a little more vintage in my opinion. But let's hop up these ladders onto our roof. Our roof is actually pretty interesting. I put a lot of design into this one. If you have a hard time going up the ladder, I shifted the ladder up quite a bit, as you could see, so you could bring it down a little bit if you wanted to. So yeah, so in our ladder, or not our ladder, what am I saying? In our shooting port areas, we have a lot of 45-degree roofs. I didn't really put as many shooting windows and stuff like that because I wanted this to be less of a roof camping station, but I guess I still put it. I wanted it to be a little less of that and more for taking down heli. So enough about that. Here's some chests and stuff like that, so you can store all of your guns and armor and meds, so you don't have to run down to your loot room and go through the cancer again. So through these heliports, we have sandbags, and I like these sandbags being here because it's going to be really difficult for the heli to hit you, and if the heli can't hit you, well, that's not going to be meds being wasted, so that's a good thing. That's why I like these sandbags, because when I take down heli, I don't like using meds, because meds are kind of expensive, especially if all your clanmates are healing using meds. But here you can climb all around the thing of these roofs to shoot any nakeds on the beach if you want to be like that. So we have these little like sniper towers, I guess, for say, if you want to call it that, but it was just for extra design if you wanted to add it. It's nothing really special. Actually, I guess it's pretty cool looking. You can get up a little higher, but yeah, extra design, not really much. So let's hop over into one of these pods. I think it was the white one. Yeah, it was the white one. So let's hop down here into the lower section. So this lower section has extra furnaces, and the reason why I put extra furnaces here is because I felt like you need a little more furnaces to get this base done, because there's a lot of doors for the shooting ports and stuff like that, and yeah, you're just gonna want to have a lot of metal for this stuff. So yeah, here's just a little balcony if you want to be that type of person to snipe nakeds once again. And in here actually is probably one of the coolest parts of the base in my opinion. So when people blow through your honeycombs, you'll be able to shoot down on them, so you'll be able to get like an easy counter raid for say on them without them even noticing. So if they blow through your walls, you'll be able to see them do it, you'll know where they blow through, easy peasy. So here, once you kill them, you can easily slide down and get their loot. But here I added a little fireman chute, so if you wanted to get out of the base easily, you can easily just do that, avoiding all like the doorways and mess and stuff like that. Alrighty, so for the pros and cons of the base, Vetric asked me if I would change it up a little bit. So I included some facts. So I'm going to read off some of the facts in order to briefly discuss the pros and cons. So some of the facts, the approximate cost of the base would be 160,000 stone, which that's the minimal, by the way. So it's going to be a little more if you wanted to add a roof and stuff like that. So that generally isn't that hard because, well, it's kind of recommended for 3 to 5 people. So yeah, I guess it's a lot, but not really. As long as you all farm generally around like 40,000 stone within the wipe, you should be good. But it also has 8 walls, so you know it balances out, so it's worth it in my opinion. So for the pros, 2 cupboards, expandable, lots of storage, flanking spots including the one on the bottom floor and the ones in the honeycombs, good roof ports, there's a lot of like roofs, 45 degree roofs, you know what I mean. Cons, 1 ladder way, a little cramped in the ladder way if you have more than 1 person in there. Setup, the setting up of the foundations can be tricky if you do not have a starter base already. Maneuverability in the room is going to be a little hard if you get low FPS, so keep that in mind. 1 entrance / exit. So I know you can add another entrance / exit if you want, but I didn't in the video, so I'm going to add this as a con anyways. So let's move on. Alrighty everybody, this is going to be the foundation building. So I'm going to be doing this in Fortify as for the foundations, just because it's a little easier to see for you guys. So make sure you pay close attention. It is kind of tricky to build because it is not an easy foundation plan to set up. So keep that in mind. You can always slow down the video with the gear icon on the bottom right of your video screen, and yeah.
I want your love, don't wanna borrow. 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 I want your love, don't wanna borrow.
How can someone who has no interest in music own a record store?
Give it up, yo. I want your love, don't wanna borrow. I want your love, don't wanna borrow. I want your love, don't wanna borrow. I want your love, I want your love, don't wanna borrow. 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 I want your love.
Alrighty, so remember to place your cupboard first. This should be actually your first step before you finish off your foundations. But after your foundations, do your doorways as so. You can do it my way. My way is actually the best way to do this because you can actually go through all the doors and out all doors, so yeah. Okay, so once you have your cupboard down, make sure you place that ladder hatch first because you don't want to be stuck with ladders the entire time because ladders suck sometimes.
Don't wanna borrow. I want your love, don't wanna borrow. I want your love, don't.
Okay, so once you're done honeycombing off your first floor, what you're going to do is you're going to set up your second floor. Your second floor isn't going to really be that interesting. You're kind of just going to set up dump chests and stuff like that. And yeah, so for your furnace room, up to you. I kind of try to keep it small, you know. I kept only 9 furnaces, which I added 4 later, so yeah. Anyways, remember to honeycomb off this floor. These are just honeycomb floors, so it's not really important. Alrighty, so now it's time to work on our bedroom. So keep in mind that most of this video or most of these clips are me concepting. So also remember to place the third or the second cover on the 3rd floor. You have to remove the one on the 1st floor first. You might also have to remove a little bit of the campfires if you've already placed that while building this. So keep that in mind. Anyways, let's move on.
Don't wanna borrow, have today to give back tomorrow. Your love is my love, there's no love for nobody else. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't wanna borrow. Want your love, don't. Want your love, don't wanna. Want your love, don't wanna. Want your love, don't wanna.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Alrighty, so once you're done with your bag room, start working on your honeycombing appropriately. Make sure you place the ceiling floor tiles on the right order, otherwise you will screw it up. Alrighty, loot room time. Today's loot room is going to be a little bit different. There's an example here. I'm just showing you how to do it. Once again, slow down the video if you need it. From there, you can work on your little honeycomb, flanking spots, etc., stuff like that. Alrighty, so last thing is just the roof. So anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.